There was a life principle in a movie at the Dallas International Film Festival that I saw this weekend that I just had to share with y'all. And I swear it's a life principle that is applicable right now. So the movie name was 40 Acres, and it's not a historical depiction of what we think of the 40 acres and a mule. It was, mind you, it was fictional. So it's about this apocalyptic food scarcity, cannibalism, had started, but this black family that was also partnered with this Native American dad and his daughter, they had this homestead that was on 40 acres. The key about it is that there were several militia that tried to invade this homestead because they had resources, guns, water. They had figured out how to, enclose themselves in this electrical fencing of this 40 acres to not to protect themselves from what was going on in the world, which was food was lacking. So people had started literally eating each other. And as one by one, the farms started, people of different farms started getting word through the radio that they were being killed off by different militia. This homestead kept defending the homestead and killing off anyone who kept trying to invade. So after several tries, the enemy outside of the homestead realized that their strength was that they were together. So what had happened was the enemy figured out if we can distract them with something outside of the homestead and get them to leave the homestead, it will leave them in a more weakened position. So the 20-year-old young man got distracted by a very beautiful young woman, and when he was one of their strongest, most straight shooters, and of course he was strong because he was 20. And so this young lady, to protect her family from being killed by the cannibals, she distracted this young man. And one by one, they left the homestead, and it left it in a weakened state, whereas the militia from the outside then chose to attack. And that was so powerful to me, y'all. I'm not going to tell you any more of the story, but the family became in a position where they had to fight singularly, whereas what protected the homestead was that they were in solidarity. And this is so powerful to me because I really do think about that, is that like whether it's your family, your team at your job, your work that you do, if it's not mission driven where you have buy-in by everyone, whether you're white, black, or indifferent, it wasn't about race in this movie. It was about people who come to surround a mission and protect it. And when you get drifted off one by one, that empowers the enemy to attack and hit you in your weakness. And so I just wanted to share that with y'all because I thought that was so powerful. I was like, oh my God, like that's really deep, And of course it was just such a beautiful movie of love, of, growing up, of being tough. There was several things, but that theme stood out to me particularly because it's just so true, is that if you aren't like solidified in a mission and locked arms with other people, it makes you susceptible when you're by yourself out there. So I think about that with my family. I think about that with the work that I do, and that we're, I'm continuing to drive with my team that, hey, y'all, this is the mission. That's important. It's not me. It's the mission. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that with y'all. I thought that was so awesome, and I hope you loved it too.